Hi everyone, I hope that wherever you may be, you're having a great day today. I was inspired today to jump on and do this video about what my brand means to me. So I was asked this question the other day, and it made me stop and think about my journey, because my professional journey has been so different, and it's different to what I'm doing now. And I looked at how everything has really beautifully come together and morphed into the one. So some of you may not know that 3 decades ago, and for 3 decades, I spent my time in a male-dominated industry, a corporate industry, very involved in sales, mentoring, training, facilitating, and all to do with customer experience. And I loved it. I really loved it. I helped a lot of young people get into work. I have a sales training business, which I still sort of play in from time to time. And that's all about helping people, younger people, find work, mentoring them through that process. But interestingly, so I've always had this natural ability to put clothes together and to see things, and just to be able to really effortlessly just see what others can't see: colors, styles, fits, structure, all of that. But the way and the reason, I guess, that made me transition to this career, if you like, or this business, was that when I started doing volunteering for a non-for-profit organisation, Dress for Success Sydney, beautiful organisation, that's all about helping women basically be self-sufficient, women that have come from adversity. There's one part of the business that runs programs with a lot of volunteers such as myself, and there are all sorts of different programs. It's about getting into work, it's about your CV, it's about doing mock interviews. It's a really beautiful, beautiful organisation, very, very close to my heart. And the other part of the organisation is all about styling. So it's actually helping women we style women, prepare them for interview. When they get employed, we supply them with a week's worth of clothing. We work with incarcerated women, women coming out of incarceration. We work with the trans community. We work with young people from organisations such as A House with No Steps. So it's just a really beautiful, beautiful organisation. And interestingly for me, that shift of working in a male-dominated industry, then coming into working with women that have come from adversity. And initially I started because I wanted to style many different types of women. But then as I got more involved with the organisation, I just recognised that I had more ability to do and to give a lot more, given my facilitation and training experience and expertise. So I started doing a lot more of that. And even through that process, met an incredible trans woman, and I was privileged and honoured to be able to help her in her transition. So that was amazing, just really, really beautiful. And now we've got a big project that's on the go, creating a social enterprise for women that are coming out of incarceration, helping them through employment, creating mentoring programs. So it's really beautiful. So back to how I got here. So in this transition and working with Dress for Success, I felt like women needed me more. Men generally have it all together. Of course, I'm generalizing, but women just need that extra help. And looking at my own life and looking at the different things that have happened in my life and my physical changes, my mental changes, my personal changes, I really felt as though women just needed me to help them. So that's what kind of drove me to start my sliding door styling business. And interesting, because if I look at when I started it versus now and what it means for me now, it's so much more grounded, and it's so much more now a big piece of who I am. I think that back then there was a bit more of a playful element. Of course there is now as well, but then it wasn't I hadn't really done a lot of work for Dress for Success. I hadn't come in contact with a lot of women that had come from adversity, not the way that then I started to. And so that whole morphing, I guess, into the way that the business has transitioned and transformed now to be a massive part of me and what I believe in and what my brand for me represents. As a woman, as a mum of a daughter, I think it's so important to empower. I want her to feel empowered. I want her to know that she can do anything that she wants to in life. There's nothing stopping us apart from our mind most of the time. So it's that, my business is all about empowering women. It's just so much more than opening the wardrobe and looking at clothing that no longer fits or doesn't work with our personality, or it isn't a true representation of who we now are. And think about the physical shifts that a woman makes. So I know I've been, pre-baby, baby, then post-baby, then menopause or perimenopause, then menopause. So even in just that physical transformation, there's such a big mental component that happens, and it changes. We change as people, as women. And I think what we want to represent in the world changes. Well, it's definitely true for me anyway. So again, going back to my brand. So now I look at my brand and I think it encompasses all the things that are important to me. Empowering women. It is there's a big confidence factor in that, but more so than that for me, it's about the journey. For me, it's about the journey that a woman goes on. So I look at all my years of experience, I look at my facilitation, I look at my mentoring, I look at my coaching, because I've also done one-on-one coaching with clients, to then turn, it's like it's had this really beautiful turn into working with women that have come from adversity, and it's being able to help in that space. It's being so humbled by, working with a woman transitioning, and then working with women that they just feel like they're sick of their clothing, and they're looking for something more. They're looking for something extra, sometimes wanting to find the joy and the happiness. I think we all have that as kids. We come out kind of we don't have boundaries. We're happy, we play and all of that. And then it changes. We get older and wiser, and we have all these ideals, and we sometimes feel like there's all this importance and stuff placed on us, So today I wanted to share what my brand means to me, because it's really important to know the person behind the brand, why I created it. And interestingly, Sliding Doors Styling, I chose Sliding Door Styling because I'd watched the movie Sliding Doors. Bit of a quirky movie, bit of an old movie, but what I loved about it was that it was about, there's all these different paths that you can choose in life, but whichever path you choose, inevitably, it will always take you to exactly where you need to be. And that was why I chose Sliding Door Styling. I look at it today and I look at what that means to me today versus what it meant to me even back then. Today, it just has such a richness to it. It has such an empowering meaning to me. I love it. It's part of who I am. When you come on the journey with me, there's all little bits of me in there, things that are really important to me and special to me. So yeah, I wanted to share that today because I didn't want to make this video too long, but I couldn't help it. I just thought that there was just so many beautiful things to share with you. So I hope that that's touched every one of you that have watched it, maybe watch this in maybe different ways, thinking about, what's your brand? What do you represent? You don't have to have your own business, but we're all our own brand. We all represent something in life that means, we all stand up for what we believe in our own little way. So I hope that that's inspired you. I hope that you have an amazing weekend. It's gorgeous here in Sydney, so I'm going to go for a beautiful walk now and enjoy this gorgeous sunshine. So much love to you all, and I look forward to catching up with you on my next IGTV. Bye for now.